they are already planning in advance to take advantage of the next pandemic to get people to run to places where they might give up their liberties in the name of saving their lives. Folks, Revelation 13 makes several things clear to us. And yes, this sounds like a typical video that I have made every now and again, but it's true, and it's always worthwhile to quote the scriptures. Revelation 13 tells us that there will be a final Antichrist. He will set himself up in the temple, and he will demand to be worshiped, and he will demand of people that they accept a mark, and that mark will actually be something that people will be excited about taking. So much so that in Revelation 14, it tells us that there will be an angel that will be warning people, listen, don't do this, or you all are going to be cooked. Yet, people are still going to do it. They're not going to listen to the voice of God being expressed through these angels actually warning people. And you have to ask yourself, how in the world are they going to be able to do that? Up until recently, when you brought up the mark of the beast, 666, that just seemed something taboo, spooky. Government agencies have rules in the book that allow you to change a social security number or something like that if 666 is in it, because of how taboo it is to actually have something that represents the mark of the beast. Yet, we know that in the last days, that is all going to change. And folks, I'm just going to say this. We are undoubtedly in the last days. And if you are looking for reasons on how people will be quick to jump on doing something like this, look no further, because we are looking at alliances being made between the European Commission and the World Health Organization, who are seeking to launch a landmark digital health initiative to strengthen global health security. Yes, folks, they are already planning in advance to take advantage of the next pandemic to be able to get people to run to places where they might give up their liberties in the name of saving their lives. Folks, this is crazy, but understand this. The fear of death is a very, very powerful force. And we know that these things are happening, and we know that they are happening faster than anybody wants to admit. Let me read a couple of paragraphs from an article here that actually talks about this. It says, in June 2023, the World Health Organization will take up the European Union system of digital COVID-19 certification to establish a global system that will help facilitate global mobility and protect citizens across the world from ongoing and future health threats, including pandemics. This is the first building block of the World Health Organization Global Digital Health Certification Network that will develop a wide range, notice this, of digital products to deliver better health for all. Folks, they are talking about, in the name of health, being able to continue and establish a mechanism of totalitarian rule, and the direction that they are going with this is based upon a very simple premise, and that is they will take advantage of the fear that people have of death. I'm not talking about the medical issues related to this. I'm not talking about any of that. I am simply talking about totalitarian rulers taking advantage of tools like this to be able to direct, move, and control people in order to do the things that they want them to do. We've got digital currency that is coming up, which, by the way, if you don't understand this, central banking digital currencies are not the end game. They are a means to the end game. And when you start looking at what the IMF is doing, when you start looking at all of the different philosophies that are being communicated back and forth with how companies should start acting responsibly and all the other nonsense that's going on, you compile that with the woke garbage that's going on right now during Pride Month and all the other evil things that are happening, folks, you cannot begin to compile more evidence of the fact that Christ could come at any moment. We are undoubtedly in the last days, and this is all I'm trying to ask you guys to do. It's really simple. Study the Bible more. Study Bible prophecy. Get to know what the Word of God says about the days that we are living, because we are in the last days. It's time to pay attention, and it's time to live for God like we've never lived for Him before, because things are changing and they're changing rapidly. Let's pursue righteousness. Let's stand up for that which is good in the eyes of God, and let us continue to stand against evil. It's plain and simple. Our master is coming, and when he finds us, he better find us doing his work. God bless you guys.